Hi folks, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at two budget bait casters. This is the Cadence Vigor. This is the KastKing Verus Assassin, the new version of the Varis. It's the battle of the budget bait casters. Let's get into this. Alright, so the Cadence Vigor. Retail of $75, I've seen it as low as $55. The KastKing Verus Assassin retails for $65, I've seen it as low as $47. The Vigor comes in 6 different versions, which have to do with gear ratios. They have both a left and right-handed version of 5.6 to 1, 6.6 to 1, and 7.3 to 1. The KastKing only comes in 2 versions, a left and a right, and the gear ratio is 8.1 to 1. So this might be a win, but I think the KastKing wins this category because at the 8.1 to 1, you can just retrieve a little slower and achieve the same thing. So KastKing is the winner here. Let's talk about gears. The Vigor, 9 forward, 1 reverse. The Varis, 11 forward, 1 reverse. KastKing's a winner. Let's take a look at the brakes on these things. The Cadence, super simple. Just detach that, comes right out, and we've got magnetic brakes, 5 magnets. That's it. Close it up. Super simple. The Varis has this tiny little tab here that you have to push down and rotate, and it comes out. It's a little bit trickier, particularly if you have bigger hands. I don't have that particular issue. But pretty much the same setup. 5 magnets. Let's get it back installed. Easy to go back in. But in this case, accessing the side door, definitely better on this guy. And the magnetic brakes it's basically the exact same system. Neither one of them has centrifugal brakes, so that's a tie. On the Vigor, the number of brake steps, we've got 26 plus off on the Cadence, and on the Verus Assassin we've got 29 plus off. KastKing wins again. Let's have a look at the spool tensioner. So far, this has been pretty reliable on the Vigor. It's pretty rudimentary, but it works, and as long as you get it with just that little bit of give there, you're good. I have found, because I have tested both of these a little bit, that in cooler temps things are going to tighten up a little bit and you might have to adjust a little more than you'd want to. Remember, these aren't $200 reels here. On the Varis, you may or may not hear this, but it's a step positioning system that actually clicks. Once again, the KastKing is a winner. So the plan is to take both these out on the same rod with the exact same bait and see how they perform. Alright, so for the purpose of this test, I'm going to be testing both of them on the Cadence CR7. This is 6'6", medium fast. Beautiful bait caster, I absolutely love this one. And we're going to be using a Whopper Plopper 90, which weighs ½ an ounce. Perfectly fair test for this. Let's get out there and do it. All right. Decent casting distance considering I haven't done any tuning to this whatsoever. Folks, pardon the appearance of the fingers and the fingernails. That is psoriasis in full effect. It is absolutely whooping my ass right now. Got a little bit of a backlash there. I'll pull up the brakes just a little bit. I don't know, so far so good. Everything's looking good. I got getting minor backlashes here. Still gotta tune this thing up to this bait. The idea is to see how quickly we can get it tuned and how user-friendly this reel is, and it looks like we just got some pretty decent, our first pretty decent cast there. Still having to stop it with the finger ever so slightly. Basically, I want to get an idea of how well this thing casts. Now, if I back off the spool tension and jack up the I mean, that's kind of the same thing. I traded one for the other. I'd like to get a little bit more casting distance out of it. And this is a half ounce Whopper Plopper 90 standard fare. And it's not terrible. I think our casts are about 75-80 feet. What is it, 7.3 to 1 on this reel. Yeah, that was a little better, probably closer to 80 or 90 feet. Now, I do not expect to catch anything this way. If I was going to do it, I probably should have done it, you know, like 2 hours ago. Anyway, let's try the heave technique. All right. Nice arc there. Didn't backlash at all. Might still be a wee bit too tight. Let's try to manage this with the finger a little bit, see what's up. That wasn't bad. Probably got a couple more feet out of that. Let's keep an eye on the spool here. That was my fault. And it's managing okay. I'd love to tell you guys about the drag, but I don't think we're going to have that opportunity. At least not right now. All right, we have switched off to the KastKing Varis. It's kind of funny because it actually matches the Cadence CR7. Again, 6'6", medium fast. Better than the Cadence Vigor. Kind of strange, but is what it is. Exact same setup. 12-pound Berkeley XL monofilament because we're throwing top water. This is a half ounce Whopper Plopper 90 in the Yoda pattern. Not like that matters because we're not going to catch anything, but we can definitely test a reel. And I can tell you right out of the gate, this thing, I haven't even cast it yet, and it feels like a Cadillac in comparison to the Vigor. Let's see how this goes. Oh my gosh, it's a heck of a lot more quiet, that's for sure. I'm gonna wanna play with the brakes a little bit, but oh my goodness, this thing feels awesome. And that 8.1 to 1, wow. This thing just feels awesome. You don't feel any graininess out of the gears whatsoever. It's totally quiet. Let's pull a little bit more out of the brakes. Oh man, this thing casts so much better. Oh, this is just a better reel. Now, one thing I'm confused about is why I am for some reason it seems something's off here. Huh. Oh, that's what's off. My drag. Damn. All right, let's try this again. Oh yeah, cast better. There we go. That's much, much better. It's a good thing I didn't catch anything there. On a bait like this, you're gonna wanna slow down the retrieve a little bit because this is 8.8 to 1. That's a good speed for a plopper. Killer. Wow. Impressive. I'll tell you what, this thing feels like an absolute freaking Cadillac compared to the Cadence. It's amazing. Yeah, this is a less expensive reel and it just performs so much better. I cannot believe how much more smooth this thing is. It casts better. It's easier to set up with the clicking spool tension there. Look at that. I mean, it's just, and again, same thing on this one. I intentionally underlined it, just knowing that this is how we all eventually use these things. We always seem to be at half staff with our line capacity. Wow, this thing casts beautifully. Oh, it feels so good. You can just absolutely burn this thing. You can totally slow it down. Man, let's go this way. All right, I'm convinced the KastKing Varis is the winner in this head-to-head, like big time. There's no comparison. This is just so much better of a reel. I let that one go a little bit just to see what kind of forgiveness it would give me, and that was an easy pull out right there. Oh man. Yep, KastKing Varis for the win, definitely. And there you have it for the field test. For something that's generally basically the same price, the prices fluctuate with coupons and discounts and whatnot on Amazon. So they generally work out to be within 10 or 15 bucks of each other. but the KastKing Varis just absolutely knocked it out of the park. And if I were to make a recommendation for one or the other, the KastKing Verus Assassin is definitely it. Thanks for watching, folks. I'm approaching 1,000 subscribers really quickly. And if you're new here and would like to be a part of that milestone, I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe, hit the like button, get this video out. Again, thanks for watching, folks, and we will see you on the next one.